Welcome to DevTech 101, aka Black Mental, as I discuss information technology, also known as IT. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the fundamentals of IT and how new people can get in from going from absolutely nothing about IT to me showing you what platforms that you can use from the convenience of your home to get started into tech. So let's go ahead and get started in this video. So a couple of disclaimers I want to actually put out there first is CBT Nuggets and Udemy and these different places I'm going to be showing you on where you can go online to learn this information. I'm not endorsed by them or anything. This is just basically me just giving you some advice on what I use to help me move forward and to also skill up in the space that I'm in. Now, I've particularly been in desktop support as well. I've done some system administration, some network administration, but I'm also into the cybersecurity and the GRC space as well too. So I kind of had a little bit of jack of all trades there, but much more into the GRC cybersecurity thing is where I'm at right now. So just want to kind of give you a little bit of heads up there. But one of the things that I definitely want you to take a look at is one of the first sites that's going to be free. I'm going to show you the free resource here. But if you go into YouTube, when you go into YouTube, YouTube is going to be free. We basically create you a free account. You can definitely save the videos into different playlists and things like that. This is going to be very, very helpful on that particular part. Now, as you're going like that through here, I want you to keep this in mind, people. This is going to be very, very helpful. Going into YouTube, you type in IT fundamentals. And when you type in IT fundamentals, you're going to get a whole lot of different things that are going to pop up. Now, some of them may pop up into different playlists and different full courses. Some of them may point more towards certifications. But what I want you to take a look at specifically is when you're looking at the information on YouTube, definitely check out the number of views the video has, but also most importantly, make sure that the time from the current date that you are looking at the video. So say, for example, if today is December the 2nd, you want to make sure that the content that you're looking at is no more than a year old. If it's a year or old or much more older, don't look at it. If it's very, very recent, you definitely want to make sure that you pay attention to it so you can keep up with some of the newest things that are coming aboard. Now, while there are videos that you may find 2, 3, 4, 5 years old that may have hundreds of thousands of views, that is great. That means people still chime into the content. But however, just be very cautious of some of the things that are in the video because they may be outdated. Because in IT, we know that things change, of course, like day by day. So make sure that you keep that in mind as well. So, for example, one thing that I have put up here is one course that's by Master IT Zero to IT Hero. I've seen some of his content. He's got some pretty good ones in there. You also have a site called Pluralsight as well. So we'll get into that one as well when we're going through the video stuff here. But these are just some free videos, as you can see. I'm just scrolling down through here. And some of these may lead you into some certifications, some of them may not. It just depends on what you are looking for. But say if I want to look at some things about intro to desktop support, right? So desktop support roles are pretty good. I've been in these roles before. They give you the hands-on, in the cut, nitty-gritty details on how to operate in the IT space. So you can see there are some different videos here, like that CBT Nuggets, which I'm going to get into in a moment. But you have these basic ones that's going to be giving you some of the help desk things on what you can like look into, breaking down the computers. There's YouTube shorts with that. But this is the free side. Now let's go to the paid side. So one of the first ones I want to show you is a site called Pluralsight. Now Pluralsight can be a little bit expensive depending on what you're into, depending on how you want to move within there. These three sites I'm about to show you between Udemy, Pluralsight, and CBT Nuggets are all sites that you have to pay for. However, the content is going to give you a trajectory and a guideline that you can use to move through the content. So Udemy, Pluralsight is going to be a little bit cheaper than CBT Nuggets. So Pluralsight, you got your skills, your course library, your past, your skills assessments, but you're only limited to about 5,000 courses for the $29 a month, okay? It also has some curated content on there as well. So you may want to also take a look at that too. Now, as you're going through this, there are some key points that I want you to keep in mind, okay? There are some key things I want you to take a look at and make sure that you are good on. If you pay the premium for $45 a month, you're getting over 7,000 plus course material. And you're getting hands-on content and coding projects, certification exams. It is still cheaper than CBT Nuggets. CBT Nuggets is more, I would probably use CBT Nuggets more for cybersecurity stuff. I would use Pluralsight for more IT operation stuff, okay? So that's just one piece of it. Now, I'm going to jump over to Udemy. And Udemy have coursework a little bit more expensive, but it's variable. You can buy by the bundle, by the per course, different skill sets that's going to be in there. And they have a lot of sales, $9.99, stuff like that. But you're going through here and you're looking for the different coursework that you have. And you can actually see some of it, here. You pretty much will have to go through and actually search in Udemy for what you're looking for. But let's look at the pricing and see what the pricing is like. The pricing on Udemy is $20 a month for a personal plan, but you only get like 12,000 of the top courses. But then if you have 2 or more people, it's going to be $30 a month. But even Udemy is a little bit cheaper than Pluralsight. So you got YouTube, you have Udemy, you have Pluralsight, and CBT Nuggets is going to be a little bit higher. But in Udemy, I want to look at some of the categories here. I'm looking at IT and software. I have other IT and software. I have operating systems. I have hardware. I have network and security. But if you're going to be looking at this, I would definitely look at the Active Directory, because in desktop support, Active Directory is kind of the base where you're learning how to manage computers and domains and stuff like that. They have this like different coursework here, $11, $9. But here's the catch. If you're going to be buying the per course, if you think you're going to spend more than $50 to $60 more on Udemy buying the individual courses, which you can save offline and use for a different time, they may become outdated. If you're going to spend that amount of money, you might as well invest in a Pluralsight or CBT Nuggets. That would be my recommendation for you. Now, you can see some of the information here. It's got like all these different types of things. And definitely on Udemy, look at the reviews. Make sure the reviews are definitely 4 plus or for 4.0 plus in terms of the number of stars. Now, the site that I've been waiting for that I currently use, like right now, like I said, I do much more of cybersecurity stuff. And being a small business owner, like, I have to keep learning so many different things. But if I go into here and do my CBT Nuggets has all different kinds of training courses. And these have online videos. They have different paths that you can go through as far as learning like a little bit more in the tech space, of course. And CBT Nuggets, like I said, is very, very good if you're going to be looking more for the cybersecurity side of things. Now, CBT Nuggets, let's go ahead and look at the price and get that off the top. It's going to be like $59 a month. So by the time that you buy at least 5 courses on Udemy and also pay about 3 months in Pluralsight, you have a little bit much more variety in CBT Nuggets. Now, it's $5.99 for the whole year. But when you look at the return on investment on any of these, especially going to the IT space, it's going to help you out a lot. Now, there's different IT-focused training that you can get into. So let's take a look at that and see what this has to offer here. So we're going to browse our training library. You can determine if you want to go by vendor, which means if you're going to be want to work with Cisco appliances, you can go the Cisco training route. If you're going to be learning with the Microsoft stuff, you go the Microsoft route. CompTIA, they talk about the big names in the industries. Azure, AWS. I've gotten certified at AWS. I'm certified as Security Plus. Just depends on what you want. Fortinet, if you're going to be dealing with firewalls. IC2 or ISC2, F5. I mean, they have all these different ones here. If you want to go with the IT paths, so you want to go much more of a system administrative path. So I can come in here and say, okay, I'm going to go much more on the basics of IT. That's the point of this video. So I want to learn what this is going to be about in terms of getting certified, like Windows 10, Windows 11. You have your administrator course exams. You got PowerShell. PowerShell, you definitely want to learn that. Basically, if you're new to IT and you want to learn Windows 10, Windows 11, you got to learn PCs before you start learning servers. You have everything you need right here. Tells you the amount of time. Like, for example, a Microsoft Windows 11 end user course can take like an hour and 43 minutes. That is like pretty easy, pretty simple. Um, if I was new coming into IT and I didn't know anything about this and I want to kind of get my feet wet, I would start with YouTube first, see what is IT, type it in there, get the answers you need. Then you say, you know what, I'm going to spend a little bit more money, kind of get some more courses. I'm going to check out Propulse site for a bit, see how that one works out. So you need a little bit more. I want some more focused, hardcore coursework. You can go to Udemy, just a little bit more money. So you try that for a few months, and you're good. You're like, okay, I want some real deal training, so I can go ahead and move to a cert school should I choose to. Then bam, you have your CBT nuggets. And you can start in any one of these four that I listed up here. Any one of these four is going to really help you out. It's just the pricing and what you're willing to pay for it to get that out of there. And this will be the most life-changing decision that you ever made. Like I said, I've been in desktop support. I started out break fixing computers as a kid, learned from that, went and did a couple of businesses around town, just doing basic desktop support, IT, just with my own two hands here. Then started getting into a little bit of the network administration side, running cables, getting up in 14-foot ceilings, doing that, like getting actual hands-on, buying appliances off of eBay. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. For example, if you really want to get like deep into this as you're going through these modules, you can go into Amazon, you can go into eBay. But I know people may not use eBay anymore, but I think it's pretty cool because you go in here and buy like laptops, right? Old laptops. You go in here, look at the laptops and say, okay, I'm going to buy just a cheap laptop that I can come in here and get so I can just break it down, take it apart, I can tear it up. They got ones for like $150 in here. Some pretty good ones to break down are going to be Dell computers because you can order like your spare parts off the Dell site. So say if I decide to get this Dell Latitude 7400, you can download the software you need off of it. Like some of these you can bid on, some of these that you can buy now. And say I get this Dell 7400 in. I'm going to copy this link right here. And I go over to the Dell site. And I'm mentioning Dell because I've used more Dell than anything. Dell. Can you spell it there? I've used Lenovo, Dell, I use Apple, I use all different kinds of brands. But like if you go in here and say, type in the computer into the Dell site, and say you see how much these computers like cost. Say the battery went out in the Dell computer you got. You can come in here and actually like purchase that if you want. Then you say, okay, I want to learn a little bit more of how this actually works. With a cool thing about it, and you can do this with any manufacturer that I'm talking about, okay? But say you want to do self-repairing parts. You can come in here to self-repairing parts. You can get the documentation for the manuals. And I can search for the manual, what I want right here. Latitude, let's go for the Latitude. Okay, here we go. So we got the Dell Latitude 7400. So I just bought a cheap computer off of eBay. I go to the Dell site. I want to find some documentation. It tells you how to do different things. So say I want to view a page on fixing a running personal computer that's running slow. I can come right in here and I can find some effective troubleshooting on that. Like all this is like right here. And people, this is the stuff that I'm talking about right here. Free, absolutely training, and the world is at your fingertips right here. So definitely, if you have any more questions, definitely drop the comment below, like, listen, and subscribe. DivTech 101, aka Black Mantle. Look forward to bringing more technology content to you all soon.